I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Scott Baxter. He is the president and CEO of Kontoor Brands. Scott, it is so great to see you. Thanks for joining me.
Judy, it's terrific to be back. It was just a year ago that we did this, and it's been a really quick year, but thank you for having me back.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, so a quick note to our viewers before we get started. This interview is for informational purposes only. The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. So Scott, you mentioned it's been a year. So a year that you have been an independent, publicly traded company. Share with me some of your thoughts or reflections from the past year.
Well, it's been an incredibly busy year, Judy. We went from spinning off, which is a really arduous process in and of itself, and I just wanted to commend my team and the global Kontoor team. They did an amazing job, and we've hired a lot of people and built this company and doing an outstanding job. And then throughout the year, during the spin, we really had been making great progress on our strategy and what we called Horizon 1 in our strategy. We had 2 horizons and just doing a really nice job. And then, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic hit. And again, my team and this global Kontoor team has embraced it, and we're doing everything we can to be nimble and quick. And the most important thing, take care of all of our employees around the world. But it has been a really interesting year for us to be a publicly traded company.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Now, one of the important parts of being a new company is establishing and creating a strong culture. How important is culture at Kontoor?
Yeah, I think that's a great question because, we spun off from a company that already had its own culture. And what you don't want to do in a spin-off in a situation like that is just automatically adopt the old culture, because it just doesn't work. So we had to establish our own culture. And I will tell you, it's been a work in progress, because obviously what we've done is you spin off from a company that has their own culture. You're identifying and creating your culture. And then during that time, Judy, we hired a tremendous amount of people externally to go ahead and build the departments that we needed to be a publicly traded company. So you're bringing in really intelligent, thoughtful folks that have an opinion on culture, and you're merging that into your new culture. So I'm really pleased with where we are. We're a culture, we like to say that we take care of each other. That's the most important thing. And we're a culture of can do and get things done and nimble and quick. And we're still identifying some stuff and working through it. And I think it's just something that always evolves over time, because I don't think you can be stagnant, because the world we live in has shown us that change is around the corner sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Now, Scott, you mentioned, being a public company, your first year, COVID-19, a very interesting time to be a public company. Now, how has the pandemic impacted your company, and what has been your response to it?
That's interesting. A couple of things are really important here. One, immediately having to go ahead and become remote, and almost the entire company having to work remotely. I'm real proud of how quickly that we did it. Real proud of our IT team that has worked and helped us do that. And then real proud of all of our senior leaders who are hosting. Like, I host a meeting every single morning with my folks that are on my team. And I know that those folks are hosting a morning meeting every day with their team and staying connected. I think the really important things here are that you just have to adapt. The stakeholders in this company and the board of directors, they're counting on me and my team and all of us to adapt quickly and to understand that this is a new environment. We're going to have to do things a little bit differently. So we've been doing that. And I will tell you, it's a learning process. There's no question about it. But I am pleased with where we are. And lately, we've started to see a return to some things that, used to be what we would call normal. But I think we are living and operating in a new environment that's going to be a little bit different going forward.
Oh, yes, definitely. Well, Scott, congratulations on your 1 year of being an independent, publicly traded company. It's so wonderful to see you. And thank you for joining me on NYSE Floor Talk.
You bet. Let's do it again in another year.
Absolutely.
Great team.
Next
Thank
time
you.
on the trading floor, though.
That'd be great. That'd be great. Good to see you. Thank you for having me.